Nigerians living in the diaspora are set to remit back home as much as $20 billion on a yearly basis. Most of these funds used to be sent back home to serve as family support, philanthropy, and for various charitable causes. However, many diaspora Nigerians are now known to prefer investment in real estate back home without mortgage in their long-standing call to be a support system for their kith and kin. Dr. Kolade Adepoju is Managing Director and CEO of Real Homes, and we have him joining us to focus a bit on real estate investment for diaspora Nigerians. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you.
So before we begin, I want you to do an assessment of the real estate market in Nigeria currently, and how attractive or lucrative is it for Nigerians living abroad?
Okay, so real estate in Nigeria is not doing that bad. Because if you look at it generally, whatever we are saying that is happening right now, whether inflation, economy, is a global thing. And Nigeria real estate is still growing. You understand that something that is growing has more potential than what is fully grown. So we understand that the real estate industry is relatively very, very good, because if you invest here, you are sure of a very good return on investment. And also because for Nigerians in diaspora, when you are investing back home, the security level is still higher than investing over there, because anything can happen. Let's use all these countries that are maybe Niger, all these places. If anything happens there today, you are not really sure. But if it happened in your home in Nigeria, yeah, you are sure of that, okay, whatever happens, Nigeria is my home. So I think the market is just, although, well, inflation is affecting, but also, if you look at what is happening, if you are balancing it, you see that there's still good return on investment if you are investing in Nigeria here.
Yeah. All right. We've come to find out that there are too many phonies in the industries. Yeah. And it's almost replacing bad with worse, so to speak. Let me now explain. Okay. Because previously, a lot of people in the diaspora, we usually send monies home to their brothers, to their family members to help them erect structures. And if they are lucky, they get something appreciable. Yes. If not, all that money goes down the drain. Yeah. And they've decided to probably employ firms like yours. Yes. But we are now beginning to see a trend and a pattern whereby there are too many companies coming out claiming to have title deeds and rights to lands and rights to properties they do not really own. Yes. And people sink their monies there, and this money is actually just washed down the drain pipe. Yeah. How do people separate the phonies from those that are actually doing good business in your industry?
Okay, so, well, first of all, I will say we are sorry for whatever anybody have gone through in this line. You know, it's still our industry. So, but for me, I will say that, and I keep saying it, if you want to invest even one kobo into anything, do your investigation properly.
People do. Now, note, people do, because if you're in diaspora, it shows that most of the people that go abroad are going there to school, so they understand all the steps. Some people do, but these guys are getting clever.
I mean, do your investigation about the company.
Okay.
You understand? Because you see, a land that does not have a title, you can't sell it to me as a land that has a title. It's easy. For example, now, if I want to know a land that has title, I just need to pick the coordinate from the land, take it to the government, Alausa, let them search it. You pay. One of the major things that always causes is that people always run away from those small money they will spend to do investigation, then got caught into this. And also, too, like you said, they are getting clever. You understand? So you also look at probably the track record. Also to make sure, I also advise people in diaspora that if you want to invest with a company, make sure that is coming based on referral. Referral in the essence that somebody has experienced something good from this company. For example, now, if we have some client that has bought from us in UK, in Germany, and everything, and they know that these people who bought from them, the land is secure, all these things are well documented. So if they are buying from, if some kind of person is referring you to that company, you are in a way safe. No matter how much they do too, the ones that are clever, some people will still get caught. But I feel that in order not to be caught in this thing, we should do investigation, like you were saying about siblings, giving siblings money, you know, because they know that because it's my brother, it's my sister, if I spend part of the money, I don't even deliver, nothing will happen. Also, I also advise if the government can also have like a regulatory, a strict one that makes sure that because man, if you see the way those people work over there, you don't collect people's sweat and just put it in your pocket. You understand? So it's not something fair. When I hear that story, I always feel bad, you know, because it's not, I know how they work. Some work 12 hours, 15 hours, just for them to meet up with the target. And then eventually they come back home to realize that they were paying money for nothing. So I think government who can help in this regard, but also individually, it is said in any investment that if you want to invest, make sure that you do your investigation proper and don't rush into making this thing.
Okay, just to probably buttress my point. Take the Magodo instance, for example. Okay. Very well known. Yeah. How did learned individuals find themselves in that kind of conundrum?
Okay, that one is a different scenario in a way, because it's not the land. Magodo scenario is not an individual company that sold it. It's a government.
I'm just saying that.
You understand? Okay. So that kind of thing now. If I have a property in Magodo, I will definitely the government will have something to, because the money was paid to the government. Everything was done with the government. So is it that Lagos state government and the federal government, they know how to resolve it? You understand? But when you're dealing with individual company is different, because for government now, no matter how worse the scenario is, even if let's say the state government and the federal government, they couldn't resolve it, the state government they are under obligation to make sure that they find a suitable place for these people. So you know that any which way your fund is not going, your money is not going. But when you're dealing with an individual, you know, most of these our guys, some of them have like maybe 4 or 5 passports. So you know, an individual can just gone. But a government will always be there.
All right, Dr. Adepoju. I would like your thoughts on financial institutions, their role in encouraging this investment by Nigerians abroad, and also we're in an era whereby there's hyper or even galloping inflation right now. The exchange rates, you know, is inching towards 1,000 or beyond that, according to prospective, you know, investors. So, how is all of this, you know, affecting the willingness to invest in the real estate sector, but because of all these niggling challenges here and there, financial-wise?
Okay. So this is where I will put it. For people that, if you are a Nigerian in diaspora, you want to invest back home, in a way, the rate of dollar is in a way favoring you, because I still change dollars. Yesterday, I know how much I changed dollars. Just few thousands of dollars, I'm getting millions. You understand? So it's in a way favoring them, but also too for stability of the industry, and also because if you are bringing huge investments in, your money will be here. So let's say, for example, you're not just buying a house to live. You say, okay, I have maybe $50,000, $100,000. I want to invest in Nigerian real estate. You know, because of I've been seeing the way the federal government has been moving in that regard. To some extent, I think they are doing some things right. I just hope everything works out. They are planning it, you know, because it's still, the economy is fragile, and this is not a Nigerian thing alone. I was in France recently. I've also been in France on September 30th to do a conference for Nigerian diaspora, and a lot of them, you know. But I understand that if you want to, the financial institution has a major role in also aiding them to be able to invest here. So
but over time, how has their role been, you know, regarding that aiding, as you
aiding? Okay, so I can't say they've done so much. For us now, we're also trying to encourage some financial institutions to partner with us so that it will be easy for them to invest back home. So for example, now I have a property of 100 million and somebody working there. Our mortgage system is not really mortgage. Let's call it payment plan. Because mortgage, we should be able to take you 10, 20 years. But you hardly see a mortgage that can take you as much as even 5 years in Nigeria. So, but let's, as it is, even if that one is available for 5 years, if somebody, if they know that I have a financial institution that I can drop a 30% with, and they pay me, they pay for this apartment for me, I know it's mine, and I can spread the remaining money for some time. You know, so I think we're also talking to like 2 financial institutions that may also partner with us with this our conference that is happening in France. You understand? So that when we go there, they know that there is a financial institution that can partner with them, and the money there. We know also too, because we from our own research, we have realized that Nigerian diaspora hardly default in their obligation when it comes to whether mortgage payments and all those things. So we want to encourage them, because we have seen, we have proven that these people will. So we are taking the financial institution to them so that they can help them, because a lot of them, you see, one of the reasons why I am also passionate about Nigerian diaspora is this, because you see, a time will come, no matter where you are in the world, a time will come whereby you will need to come back home. And if your housing is sorted, it has like 50 to 60% of your problem is solved. So most people are there because they don't even have anywhere to come back to. They've been there for 10 years, 15 years. So what we are trying to do is that let us help them to be able to solve that 50 to 60% so that it will be easy for them to come back home.
All right, I want to say many thanks to you, Dr. Adepoju, for your time.
Thank you so much.
On Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.